Park. I am Scott Stewart, and I am here for tonight's matchup between the Georgia United and the Players Development Academy from out in New Jersey. We should have an exciting matchup for you this evening. A lot of national talent to be showcased here, and it is going to be quite a spotlight on some of these young names.
I'm at 6'8" now. I mean, is that good?
And now, U.S. Soccer and Chevrolet United versus Players Development Academy.
So the teams are walking out, starting lineups for you tonight. In goal for the Players Development Academy, Hunter Pino. He has made quite a name for himself. He's part of the 2000 group of the U.S. Youth National Team pool. At center back, we have Joseph Bianco paged with Mays Matthew. They are returning from a set of injuries, really, that have kept both out the majority of the season. They are back together. And PDA head coach Sam Nellen said that there was a welcome return for the two of those as we get underway. The right back, Thomas DeVizio, left back, Ernest Mitchell. In midfield, Josh Burnett, who's made a name for himself this season at PDA. He'll be paired in midfield with John Murphy. Out wide left, we have Shane Castle, and on the opposite side of him, Zeno Mazzucato. Up front, we have Moyinlua Opeyemi. And that is the starting 11 again for PDA. For Georgia United, in goal, we have Samuel Morton. There was a little bit of debate whether either Morton or Zach Shuey was going to start in goal. The two have split time together a lot this year, but nevertheless, Morton gets the start. At right back, we have Hernando Manrique. Left back, Diego Manrique, his brother. And in the center of defense, we have a partnership of Andreas Jackson and Chichi Uche. In midfield, out wide left, Andrew Carlton, another player who's made a name on the national stage and will continue to do so in the coming years. Opposite him at right mid is Hector Pineda. They call him Junior. In the center of midfield, we have Juan Torres and Christopher Gosling. And up front, Patrick Okonkwo, who has an incredible goal-scoring record in 34 appearances. Okonkwo has put the ball in the back of the net 26 times. So a youth matchup that carries both clout and weight as we get ready to get things underway and await official kickoff. As the teams shake hands, tonight's head referee is Timothy Ford. He is assisted by Joseph Zawistowski and Rick Rogers. Tonight's fourth official is Nick Balser. So again, a beautiful, slightly windy day in Westfield, Indiana, as we await kickoff. Again, welcome to tonight's featured match between the Players Development Academy and Georgia United. This is the development playoffs and showcase. U.S. Soccer committed to promoting world-class and developing world-class talent. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Chevrolet.
So let me try.
A little bit of a crowd forming as the teams take their photos. A reminder, tonight's format, 40-minute halves with a 10-minute break. They do not play 45, but tomorrow's featured matchup between RSL Arizona and FC Dallas will feature 45-minute halves. The U-17-18 group tends to play the 45-minute, where the U-15-16 group plays 40. And this Development Academy playoffs brought to you in a World Cup sort of format. The top 3 teams from each division advanced, and there were 11 wild card spots. And both Georgia United and PDA were part of the top 3 in their division. PDA coming to us from the Atlantic Division, where they finished 3rd behind the New York Red Bulls and the Philadelphia Union Academies. And Georgia United comes to us from the Southeast Division, where they finished 2nd just behind Orlando City. United are coming off a 1-0 defeat against Concord Fire at the very end of the season, whereas PDA is coming off of a 1-0 win over Continental FC Delco. Josh Burnett on the score sheet. And I have a feeling we will be hearing Burnett's name a lot tonight as the teams have taken the field and we await kick. As the referees get things in place. Looks like PDA will be kicking off tonight. Josh Burnett wearing number 9 in the center. He will be forming a dangerous partnership with Moenlua Opeyemi, number 8. Seemed like they sort of swapped numbers. Josh playing center attacking mid wearing the number 9, whereas his center forward is wearing the number 8. Suppose business than not. And PDA will get things underway. And we have got the game going. PDA against Georgia United again, part of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs and showcase. U.S. Soccer committed to developing world-class talent. As PDA starts the game by going all the way back to Hunter Pino. Both teams in a 4-3-3 formation tonight. Georgia United playing with 2 holding mids, while PDA opting to go a little more attacking. But we'll just have to see. It's a long game, and we have just gotten things started. So we will have to see whether teams come out with a more aggressive or more conservative approach as Opeyemi tries to fight his way through the defense. Georgia United recovers, and they are trying to work the ball out. That is Andrew Carlton getting it forward and winning. The throw-in down the left-hand side, aimed towards Okonkwo, but he concedes a throw. Ball going the other way towards PDA. Got the chance to speak with the Players Development Academy head coach Sam Nellens. Talked about some of the U.S. alum that have come through, most notably on the women's side of the game. Heather O'Reilly and Tobin Heath, just 2 to name a few. And Georgia United working the ball well down the right flank. PDA trying to contain towards the corner, and United have won a corner. That's Hector Pineda, Jr., working it down the wing. A little bit of a breezy day, and Georgia United will have to fight that breeze as we await them to take this corner kick. This is Diego Manrique, the left back, prepping to take this one. Swings it in towards the goalkeeper, who's able to get a solid fist on it, but Okonkwo is going to try and keep it in play, and they've won another throw.
Go ahead and do that now.
So Hunter Pino will be a major factor in tonight's game for the Players Development Academy out of New Jersey. Ball in towards Pineda. He's trying to turn, but PDA gets it away, and Josh Burnett is fouled. And they take it quickly, get things back underway. Ball towards the left-hand side. This is Shane Castle working it back towards Burnett. PDA trying to knock it around, but eventually losing possession. Throw goes the way of the Development Academy.
Better now. Okay, you should be better now. You keep talking, Joe?
PDA's other coach, John Newman, screaming for his men to push up.
Yep. Okay.
Again, this is one of two featured games on the day. We have one today and one tomorrow. Today's game, Georgia United against the Players Development Academy. Tomorrow, RSL AZ against FC Dallas. A chance for Georgia United as they break into the box. No call, but Christopher Goslin went down looking for it. And nevertheless, Georgia United retains possession of ball in towards Okonkwo, but Pino will watch that one go out for a goal kick. So a bit of a choppy start from PDA. As the wind continues to pick up in Westfield, Indiana at Grand Park. A long ball forward towards Opeyemi.
Did you say keep it on the
Heading
goalie?
it down, no one collecting in midfield. PDA coming away with it.
All right, cool. I'll remember.
And this is a chance working in towards the box before Georgia United cuts it out. Trying a long ball forward before that is cut out. Possession going the way of the Development Academy. Opeyemi trying to hold up play. Chasing is Castle. He won't get there as the ball swung up towards Pineda, but cut out well. PDA settling into possession now and a little bit more of a rhythm. And of course, the curse of the commentator, as soon as you say that, they lose the ball. But that works out fine. And now Georgia United with the chance. Ball chip forwards towards Pineda, but just too long, and Pino will collect yet again.
All right.
Settling it in the back. Ball forward cut out well, and now Shane Castle runs with it down the left-hand side before Georgia United makes a play. Okonkwo is going to get away with this one. He won't be able to make it all. And he lays it off. Burnett lays it off for Castle, trying to get away, and he is fouled. And the referee just a talking to for Hernando Manrique. As Scheidt takes this one for the Development Academy. Of course, Mice is back in the starting 11 in defense for PDA. Something we briefly mentioned earlier, recovering from an injury, has been in and out of physical rehab all year. But the partnership of Mice in defense being reunited with Joseph Bianco is something that Coach Newman hopes will prosper in the future. A bit over-aggressive from Opeyemi and a free kick to Georgia United.
Does it look better?
Diego Manrique in charge of this one. A lot of space out wide. PDA pressing the ball strongly. We'll see if Georgia United can work out of this press, but for now it's doing wonders. Burnett on the turn. Out left to Castle. Burnett wants it back. Will he get it back? He will not. And it is cleared up field towards Okonkwo. Okonkwo trying to turn Bianco. But Bianco plays it back to Pino, and PDA will reset as their keeper clears it. Now Hunter Pino, one of the younger members of this team, playing up a class. But was never in doubt of his talent. And this is Andrew Carlton breaking through the midfield. Carlton has a shot, it is blocked. Deflected out wide where Pineda will collect. Pineda to Manrique. Manrique dancing around before it is recovered in midfield by John Murphy. This is Burnett again to Castle. Murphy, Burnett. Burnett chipping forward towards Castle. Knocked down. Opeyemi has a shot deflected, and a shot comes in. Another good save, and this one is going to go over the bar. The referee will award a corner, but what a golden chance for Mazzucato. Well saved by Morton. Another follow-up effort for Opeyemi, but they can only win a corner. So the first chance of the game goes the way of PDA, and they are still pressing forward. Ball swung in towards the head of Mazzucato again. Towards Burnett, and that is a foul. Okonkwo a little bit over-aggressive as Matthew gets up to his feet. Burnett will take. Burnett plays it down the line to Castle. Back to Burnett. He will not swing it in. He's going to dance around and find some space for Castle. Down the left-hand side, Shane Castle. Good defending by Manrique, and this will be a throw-in. Just pressed down towards the corner line. A corner one for PDA after Ernest Mitchell's throw-in. And another chance to whip this one in the box. And guess who's taking it?
Ready.
Burnett lines up. Another few heads in the box. Murphy's going to make a run towards the near post. They're going to play it out long towards Mazzucato. Mazzucato has a strike, and it is high and just a little bit wide. It was swerving, it was dipping, and it looked dangerous for a minute, but Samuel Morton had his crossbar covered. So Morton will put this one back in play. About 12 minutes gone. Georgia United tied with the Players Development Academy. But here comes the Development Academy again. And when you have a chance to see some of this world-class talent that continues to develop all across the country, it's an absolute pleasure to be out here, to be able to get this opportunity to see some of the younger generation get their chance to impress and move on to the next generation of United States soccer. And that was something head coach Sam Nellens of PDA, as Georgia United wins a free kick, that was something head coach Sam Nellens of PDA mentioned. He said a championship is great and you want to win one, but ultimately the goal is to send somebody to the World Cup. You want to see somebody wearing that United States badge, knowing where they came from, especially if it's your program. But PDA could be in trouble now as Carlton dancing with it. A nice little 1-2, and he's going to win a corner. But Andrew Carlton working his way down the right-hand side, doing brilliantly before Joe Bianco knocks that one away. So corner count is 2-1 now. As Carlton receives it in the edge of the box, sprinting in towards it, he fires an effort. It is deflected and eventually headed out by Opeyemi, but a throw-in will go Georgia United. So both teams certainly not shying away from the chance to grab an early lead, as we are just over 13 minutes into this one. Carlton again, dancing down the left-hand side, whips a ball in, but collected by Pino. He will throw it out to Ernest Mitchell, and they get things going once more. Opeyemi collecting. Turning towards the middle, finds Burnett. There's Mazzucato out towards the right-hand side, Opeyemi in the middle. Burnett will take a shot, and Morton will let that one roll wide. So the Development Academy taking what chances they've gotten, but neither team able to hit the target early on. Opeyemi, no foul called. He will knock it in towards Josh Burnett. Burnett dances, still Burnett, and Josh Burnett is going to round the keeper and put it in the goal. Players Development Academy takes an early 1-0 lead thanks to some brilliance from Josh Burnett. And it's not often that a player is able to produce skill of that quality, and you have seen a very special goal from a very special player. So an early 1-0 lead from the Players Development Academy as Josh Burnett produces an excellent effort to get through the defense, round the keeper Samuel Morton, and knock that one in. And really the finish was probably the easiest part. A lot of work to be done from the center midfielder, and he did it all. So Georgia United getting it back in play. Down 1-0, 15 minutes into this. Ball out wide to Manrique. Cut out well, and now Shane Castle's on the break. Chipped forward towards Okonkwo. Okonkwo against Bianco. Okonkwo wins that one. His ball's into the box, and a turn-in shot from Goslin is deflected for a corner kick. I think Goslin might have actually miscued that effort, but it was lucky enough that it bounced off a Development Academy player and out for a corner. So Andrew Carlton will take this one, looking to get his team on the score sheet and back level. As the wind continues to pick up at Grand Park, Carlton will whip it in. Long towards Okonkwo, but Pino will collect into, I'm sure, what are very grateful hands.
Number 9, Josh Burnett in the 15th minute.
He pushes his defense up before rolling it out and booting it long. Opeyemi heads on towards Mazzucato. Pineda challenging this one. Burnett wins it cleanly. He'll flick it wide towards. Tried to get around the defense, but was squeezed out. And now Georgia United with possession in midfield. Carlton on the left. Passes up the opportunity to go to Gosselin. He'll take it himself through the middle, finding Manrique out wide. Manrique in towards Carlton, a bit of miscommunication, and PDA will come away with it. And now if you're PDA, you have a chance to really settle in this game. You've got a 1-goal lead. It's certainly not going to be enough as they escape the poaching attempt from Patrick Okonkwo. But if you're PDA, you have a chance to sort of settle into this one, knock it around, enjoy your possession. And if you're Georgia United, it's early, plenty early, a lot of time left to play in this one, but at the same time, you're down an early goal and momentum is key right now. As the ball bounces around midfield, Scheid will back pass to Bianco. And the Development Academy spread out very well, able to pick their pass. A nice little flick from Castle towards Burnett. Burnett streaking down the left-hand side. What will he do with that magic right foot? He leaves it for Opeyemi, but ultimately wins it back. PDA continuing to spread the field, doing what they do best. Matthew. Over on the right-hand side. Ball in towards Opeyemi, cut out. Georgia United with a chance to break out of their own half. Carlton with it now, and he is everywhere. He'll go out to the left-hand side. A little 1-2 in midfield. And now they start to press the PDA back line. A lifted ball over towards Manrique. Manrique putting on the burners. Down the left-hand side, ball comes in. And hard to tell if it got a touch, but it appears Andrew Carlton was the last one to get a hold of that. And his effort was flicked just over the bar. So 20 minutes gone. A 1-0 lead to the Players Development Academy over Georgia United. A goal in the 14th minute from Josh Burnett. Ball bouncing around in the midfield. Georgia United winning the throw-in. Manrique into the midfield to Pineda. Pineda's flick does not come off, and PDA is in possession again. Castle down the left-hand side. Pineda wins it back. And a good 1-2 as they relieve pressure, but they keep getting stuck in that area. And Georgia United losing possession as Thomas wins it back. He feeds Carlton. Carlton trying to feed Okonkwo. Okonkwo is through, but a poor first touch and an excellent recovery from Ernest Mitchell as they concede the corner. And it looked like Mitchell took a knock to the face there, but excellent recovery as Okonkwo watches that one roll out for a corner kick. And if scoring chances are few and far between for Georgia United today. You have to wonder if Okonkwo is going to regret not putting that one underneath his feet and getting a hold of it, as Mitchell will jog off the field and get some attention. Under the referee's orders. Again, our head official today, the one that you see in midfield, is Timothy Ford. And Manrique will take the corner kick. So the corner count by my count is 3-2 in favor of Georgia United. And it is whipped in again towards Okonkwo. He tries an audacious effort that does not come off, but Carlton collects and whips it back into the box. Okonkwo's header is up and in, and Patrick Okonkwo has scored again. Excellent delivery from Andrew Carlton, and after the first effort didn't come off, a sort of upward scissor kick, if you will, the second effort was on point as Okonkwo gets his head onto that one and into the goal. So Andrew Carlton gets the assist. Patrick Okonkwo, the captain, will take the goal, and we are level after 23 minutes. And the Development Academy now does not have the luxury of sitting back in possession, as Georgia United did extremely well to come back in possession and get one back.
Goal scored by Georgia United, number 9, Patrick Okonkwo.
So PDA playing quickly now. In the center of midfield, this is Scheid losing out, and now Georgia United's bringing the energy. Gosselin trying to work around 3. Cannot come out of it. Castle moving from left to right before losing the ball. This is Manrique up to Carlton, and they are sprinting forward. Georgia United almost has numbers, but Carlton runs into trouble. Turning for options. Play to Manrique out wide. And Diego would have gotten the assist on that first effort had Okonkwo been able to pull it off. But instead, his pal in left center of the field, Andrew Carlton, will take it. So out for a Georgia United throw, sustained pressure and an increase in energy. A good turn from Gosselin. He'll chip it forward. Carlton with it. Flicking it in towards Okonkwo. Settles it down for Pineda. And what a team goal that would have been. Pineda doesn't get a hold of all of it. And Pino collects. But that was a 4-pass quick move inside the box. And a finish would have made that almost too pretty. So now it's Georgia United who's settling in possession, and Gosselin, another beautiful turn. Though he loses the ball directly afterwards, but you have to appreciate his ability to collect and move like that. And this is Murphy flinging himself into the box. Past contact, and he gets around. He wants a penalty. A shot from Mazzucato goes wide for a goal kick. So John Murphy doing a great job to break through the defense. Tried to create a chance, and it just didn't come off. As Murphy broke into the box, tried to swing in across towards Opeyemi, but it was deflected, and Mazzucato's follow-up effort goes well wide. So 1-1 with just under 20 minutes to play in this half. As PDA clears for another Georgia United throw. And it has to be said, since the equalizer, Georgia United has not only had more energy, but they've just looked sharper on the ball. Their passing is crisp. They know exactly where their man is and are turning into space well. And Georgia United will settle it around in the center of defense. CeCe Uche and Andreas Jackson manning that task. Ball up forward and worked out wide. This is Pineda, dispossessed by Mitchell and eventually Murphy. Good work done by Georgia United to work that one back. Okonkwo will get to this one. A botched clearance, but will it roll out for a throw? Yes, it will. So PDA getting a break on that one. But a throw-in deep inside their own half is what they will have to settle for. And it is against a pretty strong wind. As United chooses to work it around the back before pressing forward. Jackson into Pineda. Torres passes it and gets it back. And United comfortably working it around as we approach the half-hour mark. Carlton loses it to Murphy. And now it's PDA's turn to work it around. Mazzucato on the right-hand side. Working it all the way back to Bianco. Burnett with a good turn. Castle again down the left. Castle gonna go to work on Manrique. And he puts on some speed, but cannot win the corner, and it will be a goal kick for Sam Morton and Georgia United. So Castle putting on the burners, but nothing came of it. And we stay level at 1. Josh Burnett opening the scoring in the 14th minute for PDA before Patrick Okonkwo headed his side level. And what a beautiful day and a beautiful evening this is turning into at Grand Park for the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs presented by Chevrolet. Carlton not able to work that one, but United maintained possession via a throw-in. And now they go to work. Carlton trying to pick out Okonkwo, cut out well. And now Castle's working with Ernest Mitchell. They're going to settle it. And this is Scheid looking for options. And he opts to go to Mitchell and back. Playing a long ball forward that Sam Morton will come out and collect. Not a whole lot of threatening play from the Players Development Academy in the last 10 minutes. And you have to think that's because of the equalizer from Patrick Okonkwo. And Georgia United have been the better team in this latter part of the first half. And this is Gosselin bursting forward. Murphy trying to close him down, but he swings it out wide. Swung in, and that one's going to go off Gosselin for a goal kick. A little bit of a miscue. Not sure that's where he wanted to put that one. And Hunter Pino will take the goal kick. Filipino out of Cranford High School. And Manrique is able to settle that one before going to Thomas. Thomas to Torres. And Torres to Manrique. Georgia United breaking through the defense and into midfield, striving forward. That one doesn't come off, but Pineda will try to settle it. A good cutout by Bianco. And that is a foul. Andreas Jackson with a little bit of a shove in the back on Opeyemi. PDA trying to play a little bit faster, increase the tempo in this one, and match the energy that Georgia United has brought. And PDA had previously been doing a fantastic job of spreading the field and finding space, finding the open man. Now it seems like everywhere a development academy player is, there's a Georgia United player right there to mark him. So it's been an interesting first half as we have just under 7 minutes to play. 1-1 the score. Opeyemi with it and working it into midfield, but Cici Uche does a great job to cut that one out, even though PDA maintains possession. But the work rate of Patrick Okonkwo, he wins it back, and this is Pineda, Junior Pineda. Lost the ball under his feet, and he went down, and now it's PDA who chips it forward. Towards Torres. Thomas tries to settle it, missed it. It doesn't matter because United keeps possession. Thomas working around a couple. They send it wide for Diego Manrique. And it's hard to find a team more comfortable in possession than Georgia United today. Taking their time in attack. Waiting for PDA to come to them rather than giving them the benefit of having to make their own challenge. This is Torres in midfield. He works it wide to Hernando Manrique. And Pineda wanted it. Manrique keeps it himself, and he gets past Mitchell. Manrique into the box. An easy finish for Patrick Okonkwo, and it is 2-0 to Georgia United. Patrick Okonkwo able to claim them both. But the work is done on the right-hand side from the right back, Hernando Manrique. He got forward, and Pineda wanted the pass. Manrique opted to go against Mitchell himself. He got around on the inside and took it well. As Manrique works his way into the box, all he had to do was pick out a player in white. Harder than it sounds. I thought a chance would fall to Carlton, but instead it fell to the feet of Patrick Okonkwo, and he makes no mistake from just over 6 yards out. So now Georgia United has taken the lead, and it is up to PDA to match the quality that they have brought in the last 20 minutes or so. And again, the Players Development Academy held the lead 1-0 after Josh Burnett's goal in the 15th minute, but Patrick Okonkwo has doubled his tally to put Georgia United ahead 2-1. This is Chris Goslin. Here is Okonkwo. Torres wide to Manrique. Manrique swings it in towards Okonkwo again, and Patrick Okonkwo has a first half hat trick. And he has a right to celebrate, and it is Hernando Manrique again with the assist. But Patrick Okonkwo, what an effort, and what a header. So Hernando Manrique able to swing this one into the box. And Okonkwo makes no mistake, and he can claim a first half hat trick.
Goal scored by Georgia United, number 9, Patrick.
And again, we mentioned how often Okonkwo was used to scoring. In the regular season, he put up incredible numbers. 33 appearances, 30 starts. He scored 26 times. So this is nothing new for him. And now PDA has a mountain to climb from the end of the first half into the second half. And they will need the help of this guy as he squeaks forward. One-on-one with Cece Uche. Burnett still going. He goes down, and it is a free kick on the edge of the box. It is not a penalty, despite what the Players Development Academy, I'm sure the players and coaching staff would have liked the favorable decision, but Timothy Ford calling it on the spot, a free kick on the edge of the box. And again, it is Josh Burnett making the plays. So Georgia United will have to form a wall and keep out a very dangerous free kick opportunity for the men in green. That one is literally almost exactly 18 yards out. And Sam Morton is going to have to keep on his line and keep it tight as that 5-man wall has to back up. And of course, PDA will put players in the box, but it is more than likely that a shot will come from this free kick. Burnett and Mazzucato standing over this one. Burnett looking to double his tally, and it looks like he will be the one to step up and take this. Burnett's free kick goes low and into the arms of Sam Morton. So what was a dangerous opportunity turned out to be an easy save for Morton, and I don't think that's what Burnett wanted from an opportunity that close to goal. Tried to go under the wall and just squeeze it past, but Morton was wise to the effort and held his ground. However, PDA still holding their own. 2 minutes of stoppage time as the ball's played forward for Andrew Carlton. Carlton, can he keep it in play? He can. Okonkwo out wide. Gosselin at the top of the box. And Carlton, man, he's got some excellent footwork. However, that one rolls out of play for a goal kick. So Georgia United leads the Players Development Academy 3-1.
The referee has added 2 minutes of stoppage time to the first
after
half.
3 goals from Patrick Okonkwo and 1 for the Players Development Academy from Josh Burnett. A lot of work to be done for both sides, but none more so than what lies ahead for the Academy. As Castle loses that one out, an excellent challenge from Manrique, provides a throw in. And what a first half. Couldn't ask for much of a better one for this first of 2 featured games in the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs. Georgia United and the Players Development Academy is the first showcase. The second tomorrow, Real Salt Lake AZ against FC Dallas in the U-17s 18s group. Also at 6:30 p.m. you can find that one on ussoccer.com as well. So before the half ends, PDA trying to get back in this one through the feet of Josh Burnett. And he knows how to make things happen, but that time he goes down, wanting a foul but not getting one. And here comes Diego Manrique streaking down the left-hand side. He's going to try and pick out a pass, but it just didn't come off. Juan Torres was streaking into the box. Carlton's going to unleash a shot. Pino saves. And the Players Development Academy might just let the clock run out on this first half. And that is exactly what will happen as Georgia United takes a 3-1 lead into halftime. Goals from Patrick Okonkwo, all 3 for Georgia United, and 1 on the other side from Josh Burnett. Keep it tuned right here to ussoccer.com, and we will be back for the second half of Georgia United against the Players Development Academy in the United States Soccer Development Academy Playoffs and Showcase.
We're passing out brochures right now.
Welcome back to the second half of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs, where Georgia United leads the Players Development Academy by a score of 3-1. All three goals from Georgia United coming from Patrick Okonkwo. A first-half hat trick is a rare thing, but we got to witness it tonight. The goal for PDA coming from Josh Burnett, the center attacking midfielder. As we await this second half, a couple of substitutions on the books. And we will wait the head referee's call, but it looks as if for the Players Development Academy, they will be having a player come on, as well as one for Georgia United. So we will have two for PDA and one for Georgia United. And it is Hector Pineda exiting the field for Georgia United. And coming on in his place is number 7, Isaac Pimenta. Pimenta in the class of '98. And for PDA, we have two players coming on as well. This will be number 5, Colin Mulligan, and number 17, Satchel Quartet, entering the field of play. So 2 small changes as we await the start of the second half. A quick shot of Patrick Okonkwo there. Again, the goal scorer, the lone goal scorer of all three for Georgia United. And we get things underway almost. We're going to have to kick it back. Ball has to go across the line forwards. And now we get it across. Okonkwo to Gosselin, and now Torres swings it wide. And Isaac Pimenta's first touch is effective. Keeping the ball in play, Georgia United with not a lot of work to do, up 3-1. A lot for PDA still left. As the team switch, we'll have Andrew Carlton streaking down the left-hand side. Closest to us, Okonkwo in the box now. Okonkwo losing out, and a clearance from PDA. Opeyemi tries to turn. Burnett still fighting for it. No foul as Uche comes away with this one. Carlton now to the captain, Torres. And Gosselin loses out as PDA's Josh Burnett tries to collect, but too much time. And Georgia United has possession. Thomas swinging it back to Cece Uche. Carlton again can't keep this one in play, and a throw in for Georgia United, or for PDA, excuse me. As PDA swing it out to the left-hand side. This is Ernest Mitchell moving into midfield. Opeyemi back to Mitchell. Trying to penetrate through a tight Georgia defense. Opeyemi can't handle it, and it is cleared away. And the winds were supposed to die down as it got later in the day, and instead it almost seems like we've had the opposite effect, where it's picked up as PDA working a move. Josh Burnett trying to dance through. Murphy trying to poke it through. Ball eventually cleared out, but only as far as a PDA player. Shot comes in and easily handled by Morton. So the substitution for PDA taking immediate effect. That was number 5, Colin Mulligan, with the shot. But it was handled easily by Morton. And Jackson pushes it forwards towards Manrique. And now Diego on the right-hand side. Switching it out as we wait for PDA to take this throw in. Again, Colin Mulligan, number 5, a new player on the field. So Diego Manrique having to play a little bit of double duty on working all the way to that right-hand side. His brother Hernando is who commands that right-hand side. And that was Diego with a pass forward, and it seems like Gosselin just lost his footing there. PDA play on. Josh Burnett's ball cannot connect to the feet of Thomas Divizio. But Gosselin is down, and this will require the referee's attention. A quick stoppage in play. And let's see if we can have a second look at what went down. This is Chris Gosselin on the ground for Georgia United. And it looks like Gosselin lost his footing. Nothing immediately jumping out. And hopefully he will be able to get back on his feet. Nobody wants an injured player, and nobody wants to see the injury happen. As Gosselin will make his way, gets a pat on the head from his pal Patrick Okonkwo. Stepping slightly off that right foot. And he is going to take pressure off that left foot. And he will receive help getting off the field as PDA gives slight applause. And that may force Georgia United into another substitution. But they will give Gosselin a go here before sending someone out. They do have a couple players who have been warming up. And the referee is going to drop this one but not before replacing the ball. Needs a new one. And the ball is dropped. Burnett will kick it back. Georgia United will maintain possession. So Cece Uche knocking this one back to Sam Morton, and we are back underway.
We have a Georgia United substitution. Number 7, Isaac Pimenta, comes on for number 17, Hector Pineda.
Andrew Carlton with it on the left-hand side. Working it back to Manrique. He's going up towards Okonkwo. And man, Okonkwo's physicality is really putting the Players Development Academy off their stride. And that time, Okonkwo going head-to-head and winning a throw-in. So Manrique swings it in towards Okonkwo again, but he can't get a head on it. Instead, it goes off of Isaac Pimento. Referee has awarded a goal kick as we get another look at that one. Swung over. Pimento couldn't make solid contact, and it looked like it might have been a corner. Referee awards a goal kick instead, much to the chagrin of Patrick Okonkwo. And this is Karan Thomas on the ground after a challenge. So both sets of substitutions having immediate impacts. Isaac Pimenta, who wasn't able to direct his effort on goal. And the left back, Colin Mulligan, who did the exact same thing. So Georgia United winning a throw-in and maintaining pressure on that PDA back line. Torres dancing with it, the captain. He's not able to keep it in play. PDA win a throw-in of their own. As we have reached the 50-minute mark. Or just about. And a little bit of sloppy play. A throw-in going to Georgia United as they dance around the right-hand side. This is Pimenta again, pressing Connor Mulligan. He gets a cross in, but it goes out wayward for a goal kick. And this is Fuchsman, Schuler Fuchsman, also new into the game. And that one goes up towards Opeyemi, a good dummy from Josh Burnett, and he's won a free kick. And Georgia United not particularly thrilled with that one. They thought their left back, Diego Manrique, had won that one fairly. But now PDA with a chance to penetrate. Working it around. Ernest Mitchell tries to feed Josh Burnett. He loses the ball. And now Georgia United breaking through the midfield. They go long over the top. Fuchsman did well to cut it out because Okonkwo was lurking again. This time PDA feeds it direct. Burnett escapes a challenge. Up towards Opeyemi. Opeyemi trying to work on the other Manrique. A little bit of footwork, and PDA still with possession somehow. And Georgia United will kick it back safely towards Morton, and he is able to work it out, sort of relieve a little bit of the pressure from PDA. So River Smith entered the game, number 19 for Chris Goslin, as he looks to make himself present in this contest. A clean tackle, and here comes Okonkwo. Okonkwo down the right-hand side, referee playing advantage. Pimenta went down. Okonkwo in the box, trying to work his way around. He goes down, but a little too theatrically for Timothy Ford's liking. Thomas works it out wide. Manrique back to Thomas. Carlton settling and looking for options. He tried to slide it through to Manrique. He can't believe the run didn't continue, as that was another excellent opportunity for Georgia United. Burnett goes down hard under a challenge, but PDA only wins a throw. So here is the look at Carlton. Just that little hesitation before sliding it through. That was another excellent opportunity for Georgia United. That one not coming to fruition. John Murphy playing it forward. Cece Uche back to Morton. And here comes the PDA press. Manrique handling. And this is Torres in midfield. And he does extremely well at getting around the space of the players in front of him. That time couldn't pick out his pass, as this time it's PDA who's trying to work with it, and now a free kick is given and another scoring chance for Georgia United. Andreas Jackson whistled for the foul on Josh Burnett, and he's not thrilled with the decision of the referee. But another scoring chance from a free kick opportunity. So Josh Burnett again stands over this one. Alongside him is Satchel Quartet. And it is Quartet who's going to take this one. Goes over the wall, but goes just wide of Morton's right post. So another good chance, and one that was sadly wasted. As we get a second look at this one, Quartet able to get it up and over the wall. Difficult enough as it is, but could not place it in the back of the net. So Georgia United will play out of defense with a 3-1 lead firmly intact. United working it into the midfield. DeVizio able to get ahead on that one, but Manrique settles it and finds Carlton. Carlton, who has been dangerous all day, working into space. DeVizio does well to cut it out for a Georgia United throw-in. But a dangerous combination. We saw it in the first half. Carlton and Manrique. And now Okonkwo using his body to work some space before PDA cut it out. And now they have to break, and quickly. Josh Burnett getting up the field. Opeyemi. Opeyemi not losing it out. He still has possession. He's going to shoot. Opeyemi right into the middle of the goal and into the arms of Sam Morton. So trying to get a shot on goal any chance they can, PDA. And we are going to get a second look at that last effort from Opayemi. Did well to get around Thomas and unleashed a pretty well-struck left-footed effort, but straight at the keeper. So John Murphy is on the ground for PDA before a Georgia United throw. As PDA pressing continuously.
That's the plan.
And this time Murphy goes down, and that is a free kick from Andrew Carlton. As we take a look at this challenge from Carlton, Murphy getting a flick on it, and Carlton just clipping through the back. A free kick for PDA. So, not a direct scoring opportunity from a free kick, but a chance for either Divisio or Burnett to swing it into the box and potentially find ahead of a man in green. PDA trailing Georgia United 3-1 in this U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs. Burnett whips it in towards goal. Headed away by Manrique. Another head on it, but a foul is whistled instead. So an interesting decision, and Burnett placed it about as well as he could in that situation, but Hernando Manrique was able to cut it out before Opayemi was whistled for a foul. A little bit too over-aggressive on that start. And PDA concedes a throw-in in their own half. Georgia United not going away even with a 2-goal lead. Almost 20 minutes to play in this one. Andrew Carlton, or excuse me, that's River Smith. And a yellow card was issued to Andrew Carlton for that challenge on John Murphy. Here they go. Georgia United comfortably so. Carlton fighting for it. And ultimately winning a chance. And he wins the throw-in. And a free kick for Georgia United. River Smith standing over this one. Playing it into Okonkwo. Okonkwo again uses his body, and he's so strong, gets a shot off, comfortably saved by Hunter Pino. But he's so strong, Okonkwo, that he can get that ball directly into his feet as we get a second look at it. After that turn, just using his body to shield off. Not getting enough power on that one, though, or at least not enough to beat Pino for a fourth time today. And wouldn't that be some feat in our first feature game? Although a first half hat trick was impressive enough as Satchel Quartet worked it into the box. An excellent challenge from Diego Manrique, or Hernando Manrique, excuse me. And this one goes off of Hernando, and that is a corner kick. So PDA with a chance here. Satchel Quartet running over to take it. And Quartet swings it in. It's low and easily cleared by Hernando Manrique. PDA not with a lot of time, and instead they've given it up. Torres is going to pick out Andrew Carlton's run, but just couldn't pick the pass and PDA is able to keep it, and that could have been a dangerous chance. So now PDA sprinting through the midfield. Satchel Quartet again. After a ball from Scheid, Manrique is going to clear it before any danger is able to effectively present itself. And Georgia United with another chance outside the box. Okonkwo let it run. Carlton's shot comes in. Pino is able to hold on to it, and thank goodness he did, because the run from Patrick Okonkwo was coming in quickly. Another look at this one. Carlton squeezing his way through the midfield before his shot is saved by Pino. On the other side now, quickly, Josh Burnett. He is pushed on the edge of the box with no call. And that time, that looked a little more clear to me than the other ones, and you can clearly see the arm extending from Karan Thomas. And yet the referee awards nothing to PDA. So, frustrations mounting. And Georgia United still hanging on to their lead. Josh Burnett is going to throw this one back in. But it is cleared out by Cici Uche for another PDA. Oh, nope, it was deflected, so it will be a Georgia United throw. Carlton trying to settle it. Doing well. He gets it to Torres. Torres dribbling past John Murphy and sending it to the back so Georgia United can collect. Ball up towards Pimenta was cut out. United have a throw. In towards River Smith. River Smith forward towards Okonkwo. Okonkwo's gotten into the box. His shot is high and wide. But PDA not closing that one down in time at all, as we see River Smith able to feed that ball into Okonkwo. And Schuler Fuchsman was the man that was right there. But I don't think he did enough to put Okonkwo off the shot. That one was just a little too high. And now it's PDA who has the ball. Georgia United lose it in the midfield. Mitchell with a shot. Good save from Sam Morton. That one came off a little bit strange. But Morton able to hang on as we get another look at this one. Mitchell passing it and getting it back. That one moved just ever so slightly in the air. Okonkwo tried to flick it forward on the other end towards Carlton, but nothing came of it. And now Georgia United can settle into possession. Just about 15 minutes left in this contest. Georgia United with a 3-1 lead over the Players Development Academy, PDA. And when we say world class, we're talking about the U.S. Development Academy, but we're also talking about the players you see on your screens right now. And Patrick Okonkwo is certainly one of those. Thomas works it wide. Diego Manrique feeding River Smith. Smith turning, and Scheid concedes the foul. And we have a substitution coming into the game. Georgia United making this one. And it looks like it will be number 6 who will enter for Patrick Okonkwo. So his day is done. And a great day for Patrick Okonkwo.
In the 66th minute, we have a substitution.
3 goals to put his lead in.
Sebastian Hinau.
So Sebastian Hinau will take his place. And Isaac Pimenta moves to the center. Sinau will move out wide right. Georgia United fighting towards the PDA box. And referee playing advantage. PDA getting a free kick. So Sebastian Hinau enters the field. Isaac Pimenta again will play centrally. Hinau will move towards the right-hand side, but what a day, and he deserves special mention. Patrick Okonkwo with a first-half hat trick to put Georgia United 3-1 up on PDA. This is, again, the first of 2 featured games. One today, one tomorrow, where Real Salt Lake's Arizona team will face FC Dallas in a U-17s, 18s game. In the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs and showcase presented by Chevrolet. Carlton fighting in the midfield. And Carlton getting it back. Andrew Carlton working it wide. This is Hinau. Hinau with some footwork. Keeping it towards the byline. Did he keep it in? He did not, and the referee will say that it is a corner kick for Georgia United. What an immediate impact for Sebastian Hinau, though, is Carlton again. A beautiful pass. Hinau getting into the middle, but could not complete it. And this one is going to be a free kick the other way, as United handled it just ever so slightly. And PDA running out of time to make a significant impact on this match. And these 2 teams are in Group D, are joined by BW Gotchi and Real SoCal for the U-15-16s group. As John Murphy gets into the box, he gets around, he's looking for a penalty, and not a whistle comes. So Georgia United clearing it away. PDA looking for more than they can get. A bad challenge from Thomas DeVizio. And a dangerous challenge, and I'm surprised, and there's the card. I was going to say I'd be surprised if that was just a talking to, as DeVizio flew in, making quite an impact on the leg of Andrew Carlton, I'm sure. And Thomas DeVizio is shown the yellow card. So Juan Torres standing over this one. Just over 10 minutes to play now. In Grand Park, Westfield, Indiana. Carlton looking across field for Hinau. Hinau is offsides. So PDA going to play this one out of the back quickly, and for good reason. They don't have a lot of time and still have a lot of work to do. So now this is John Murphy. John Murphy breaking into stride. Still with it before River Smith is challenged, and Murphy fouls Smith on the back end. So PDA not thrilled with the call. But nevertheless, it is a free kick to Georgia United. And up towards Pimenta. Pimenta looking for Manrique. Manrique challenging Mulligan, and Mulligan's gotten the best of that one.
To PDA number 27.
And PDA preparing another substitution, and it appears as if John Murphy's day is done. This is number 23, Juan Zapata, entering the match as John Murphy exits. So another substitution, just under 10 minutes left to make an impact, as Satchel Quartet, another substitution for PDA, tries to win this one, but loses out. Georgia United switching the field. Bit of skill from Diego Manrique. Juan Torres doing brilliantly to split Opayemi and Mitchell, keep the ball in Georgia United's possession. River Smith keeping it in play. Manrique to Torres. And Opayemi clipped just a little bit. But Cici Uche knocking it forward towards Carlton. Manrique feeding Hanau and back. The ball is rolling around the midfield, but Georgia United is consistently in possession.
We have a substitution for PDA.
Sprinting forward, Hanau. Still Hanau. He has a shot, but it is low and easily saved. So PDA in possession now as time continues to wind down, and a 3-1 deficit is what they are looking at. Josh Burnett with it now. Burnett has been quiet this second half. Divisio feeding Opayemi. Falls to the feet of Burnett. Josh Burnett sprinting forward. Here's Burnett again. He beats 3. Still Burnett. Can he do it again? Josh Burnett. It goes off the upright. How unlucky is that for Josh Burnett? Another excellent chance squandered by the post. And you can see he beats 3. Still works through. He beats Cici Uche. He beats Manrique. Both of them before his left-footed effort clambers off the right post. And Sam Morton is thanking everything that did not end up in the back of the net. And that might have been the last real threat from PDA, but what an excellent chance yet again. And they look for more chances, but the slow play has killed them moving forward. PDA getting it back underway. Opayemi, a 1-2 with Satchel Quartet. Quartet on the ball still. Cici Uche tries to clear, but it is botched, and Manrique will take care of it. A quick throw in from PDA. Just over 5 minutes left. 3-1 the score, and it's been that way since halftime. Hernando Manrique is fouled by Opayemi, and Georgia United gets the free kick. And it has been an incredible first game. 1 of 2 in our U.S. Soccer featured showcase. World-class talent on display, because world-class talent is what U.S. Soccer is developing. And PDA with a foul. Pimenta with some words, some harsh words. And it's easy to see why. As we get a second look at this one, Pimenta was going through, but a clear pull on the shirt. And if you're going to pull like that, you should probably try and hide it a little bit. but right in plain view for our referees. And Joe Bianco is issued a yellow card. So another free kick for Georgia United. They don't need the goal, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind it. They whip it in towards Carlton, but it is too close to Pino. And Georgia United will have to track back now. PDA sprinting forward. Pimenta against Burnett. Opeyemi's layoff for Burnett was just too much ahead of him. Bianco wins it back. Quartet unable to find Opeyemi, and Georgia United in possession now. Pimenta not able to collect that pass from Hinau. And a ball goes into the air, and PDA wins a throw. Scheid looking forward. And PDA winning another throw in. Again, the time quickly ticking off the clock. This is Divisio. Burnett and Opeyemi, his immediate options. Juan Zapata also in that group, but Cici Uche does well to get in front, and Andrew Carlton, after an initial challenge from Josh Burnett, meets the feet of Opeyemi and is fouled. So Torres to Carlton and up towards Pimenta. Just under 2 minutes left in regulation. Torres finding Carlton on the left-hand side. Can Georgia United put a fourth on the board? Right across the face of goal, but not a white jersey in sight. And PDA still pressing for another goal. Looking for a return ball. This is Burnett again. Maybe trying to do too much as he turns into two United players before conceding a foul. And PDA going to make their final substitution. And it is number 34 entering the pitch. It looks like Scheit is the one who will sit down on this one, and Andrew Kosman enters the field of play. So Andrew Kosman coming out for Scheit. Georgia United still with a 3-1 lead as time dwindles away. Torres losing out. And Andreas Jackson covering ground. And Pimenta with a good touch. Pimenta, Divisio tracking back on him. He can't get there. Pimenta's shot is blocked away, and they've won a corner. Joe Bianco getting in the way of that one. So Georgia United going to take their time on this corner. And they will make their final substitution as well. So this will be number 14, Fernando Castro, coming onto the field. And coming off after putting in a good shift is number 2, Hernando Manrique. Sprinting into the box, Karan Thomas. Thomas finding Carlton. Carlton's going to shoot, blocked by Bianco. And they have no problem playing that back. We are into stoppage time.
The referee has added
And
3
we have
minutes to
added
the
time.
game.
PDA still with a chance to pull one back. A point unlikely, but not impossible. Opeyemi playing it long, but too long for Satchel Quartet. And PDA look very tired. And it's easy to see why. Georgia United, after an interesting first 15 minutes, took them a little while to get themselves together, but once they were there, they've been the complete and more dominant team for the last 65 or so minutes, and continue to be so. Though Josh Burnett was looking for space, Georgia United with possession. And at this point, a clearance is enough to keep the folks at home happy. DeVizio gonna swing it in. It's not gonna go very far though. And Diego Manrique is going to collect and push it forward. Pimenta looking to get upfield, winning the strikers' battle. Manrique playing it out wide to Hinao. And that one goes wayward, a pass aimed for Torres. And now Connor Mulligan, DeVizio forward. Zapata and PDA trying to break a very, very tight Georgia United defense. This is Josh Burnett again, and man, he is excellent moving forward with the ball. Might be the best on the field in his position. But nothing comes of it again. PDA having to settle for what few chances they've enjoyed. Ball towards Opeyemi. Morton comes to collect and does so easily. So Juan Torres now. This is Thomas. Grant Thomas has played all 80. And he plays it back to Sisi Uche, another player who's been in the match every minute and has been impressive in commanding the defense today alongside Andreas Jackson. PDA still searching for one final attack, but Georgia United committed to knocking everything away that even comes remotely close to the box. Andrew Carlton has a run left in him. He's going to play it wide to Isaac Pimenta. Pimenta has to get on his right foot. Shot is blocked. But Georgia United is able to settle in possession. River Smith going to play it wide. And if I'm head coach Dave Smith, a 3-1 win is exactly what I was looking for to start this one. So 3-1 the final score, and it was been that way since halftime. 3 goals from Patrick Okonkwo in the first half led Georgia United to a victory over the Players Development Academy. Josh Burnett was able to get on the score sheet. But that is the end of the first of 2 featured games. Again, Georgia United 3-1 winners. Tomorrow's game, also at 6:30 p.m., is against RSL Arizona. They will be taking on FC Dallas in the U-17, U-18 game. RSL Arizona scoring over 160 goals in the regular season. Sure to be a cracking match. So for U.S. Soccer and the Development Academy Playoffs and Showcase, I'm Scott Stewart. Thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, at Grand Park in Westfield, Indiana.